Hey everybody, it's Dred here from Parting Mist. Glad you could be with me for another look at modding, creating a Skyrim Modlist. Just thought, for those of you who want a refresher or those of you who just don't know how to go about this, hopefully some of this will be of some help to you because Godspeed and good luck. We're all in this together. So my weekend's not over yet, but it's drawing to a close quickly. It's the downhill side of my weekend. And honestly, I've only spent about 4 hours this weekend doing stuff, and I actually got quite a bit accomplished as far as my Skyrim modding. So I don't know if you can see over here, but I've got my games drive here, and then I've got my Skyrim Bequest mod list and my stock game. So I went and I created a folder to place my Skyrim mod list because we're at the point where you want to start actually creating it, not just looking at mods and throwing them on a piece of paper. So in this, I created a folder called Skyrim Bequest Mod List, and in this, I created three folders. One is my MO2, my Mod Organizer 2 for Bequest Mod List folder, and I would advise you, if you're going to mod, use Mod Organizer 2. Please don't be scared of it. It is the easiest to use, easiest to understand, and it is the newest. It'll do you good. My next folder is a stock game folder. So, talk about that in a minute. My third folder is a Wabbajack for Bequest mod list. So I was thinking about maybe downloading a small mod list of like 20 mods where it just did bug fixes for me, and then expanding off of that to create my mod list. So I was going to need Wabbajack. I didn't end up using that. Didn't do that idea, but it's still here in case I want it for something later. Now my stock game folder. So what's going on is I have my own mod list that is falling apart, but I'm still running on it, which is Skyrim Tastes Like Vanilla. That's over in its spot, in its folder. In fact, I could pretty much show you where it is. It is right here in here. Yeah, kind of get through it that way. Anyways, that's where I stuffed it into this one modded Skyrim gameplay, because at the time I only had one modded Skyrim, but now I got the Skyrim Bequest mod list over here. So stock game, what I need to do was create a copy of my Skyrim and move it over. The problem was I've been playing on that copy of Skyrim for a year or so, and it's got more than just the base parts of Skyrim. Like if you install Skyrim, it's only got certain things in the Skyrim folder when you first install it. Mine had a bunch of junk past that. Problem, because that had like all my mods and everything shoved into there. So I had like 1,000 mods shoved into a folder in there. I had meshes for different armors and stuff in there. I had all kinds of stuff that I did not want to move over. So I took a while to Google a lot of things, scratch my head and read a lot of things, look at a lot of Reddit posts, look at a lot of Steam forums, until I was able to figure out exactly what a fresh install of my version of Skyrim, which is the newest version, Skyrim AE 1.16,300,402 or whatever it is. I don't know. You could right click on your actual Skyrim icon, though, your Skyrim exe, right click on it and figure out what the actual version is. That's good to know before you do this. So what I did is I figured out what the actual base reinstall or a fresh install of Skyrim has. What are the actual things? And I went into my old Skyrim mod list and I found those things and I dragged them out and put them here in the Bequest mod list stock game. So that was one thing we did. And then I had to go through and get the creation kit over here, which I had to do some finagling to do that because you can only have the creation kit installed once, which creates issues. What else did we do? We got the SKSE installed because that is basically the first thing you need to install. Without that, you're just not running any mods anyways. Basically allows you to do scripting. Without it, you're toast. So grab the latest one of that from silverlock.org or something like that. Get the proper one for your version, and it throws right in here into your stock game folder. And then I had to make sure I had all the creation kit stuff. Now I have all the creation kit stuff already. I have all the DLCs, all the mods, right? That came with AE. But I had to make sure I also grabbed those out of my other game and did it the right way, put them in the right spot here in the stock game. So this is kind of what we've got here. We've got our Skyrim launcher here and just our regular stuff, our creation kit stuff in here. This is our SKSE here. So then I installed Mod Organizer 2, and when I did this, I set it up as a what is the word I'm looking for? You want to set it up as a, oh God, what is the word? I'll find it. Wait a second. Game root. Yeah, I knew about that stuff. Yeah. I'm just looking over some of my notes here. Create a portable instance is what you want, and then you want to set it up right as you go through the little screen and set it up right at the end. There'll be two things to click on, which basically mean that your saves will only be pulled from this file. They won't pull them from any other file because my immediate problem was I didn't click those, and when I loaded up the game, it loaded it up with all the saves from my other mod list, which of course trying to load those would break the game because I don't actually have those mods on this instance of Mod Organizer. So I keep an instance of Mod Organizer for each of my different mod lists. So I find it's the best way to do that. It's a little confusing, I know, but if you don't know about these things, read, study, ask questions. Read, study, ask questions. It's like going to college learning to mod Skyrim. It really is. Okay. So in the end, this is what I came up with, these things and my stock game here. And then we went over and we started throwing mods at it. I mean, it's not quite that simple. I don't have any big exciting mods in here yet, but I'll show you what we've got to at this point. So what I've got so far is I just threw all the Creation Club stuff and the DLCs into their own heading here. So you can just right click on something, go to all mods, and create separator and then name it. And that way you can put things under that separator. Now I can close that off and you don't see those. There's just a lot of them. That's all the Creation Club stuff and the DLCs. I have not gone through and cleaned the DLCs yet. That was coming. I haven't done that yet. Part of the reason is I don't have the program here to do it yet. So we'll do that after. So then what do I started making some categories. I don't know if these are the categories I'm going to keep. And some of the things I installed, a couple of them I might possibly take out in favor of something else as I go. I'm a little bit playing it by ear right now, but trying to get a lot of bug fixes and stuff in important things. So I address library for SKSE plugins. That's your silverlock.org SKSE. Needed, has to be there. Get it, do it. I put in the bug fixes SE, the SE creation kit, phonics data lip sync fix. So that's creation kit fix stuff. SSE engine fixes, save corrupt fix for AE. We get the unofficial Skyrim special edition patch, the unofficial Skyrim Creation Club content patch, and the Vanniversary Edition Creation Club USS EP fixes. Then I threw in Sky UI, MCM helper. Then we started doing some fixes for Sky UI SE difficulty persistence fix, the fixed note icon for Sky UI, the Sky UI ghost item bug fix, the wider MCM menu for Sky UI, Sky UI survival mode integration. Even though I don't play with Bethesda's survival mode, this is still needed for me because I do use other mods that do survival mode stuff. Quest journal fixes. I got remove quick save button from Sky UI system menu, so it won't show up with the quick save button there. I don't know, just cause. The Sky UI weapons pack. Favorite things, extended favorites menu for Sky UI. Better Sky UI configuration, smart sorting by type. You got your IMGUI icons, which are needed for other mods. A lot of these things are needed to power other mods. Your dual casting fix, your save unbaker, your JContainers SE, again, needed to run other things. Your JContainers debugger, your anim object swapper, your Sky UI config tweak equipped items on top, and El Sopa animated colored Sky UI widgets, and El Sopa colored Sky UI active effects icons. So that gets through my super essential fixes, at least for now. There'll probably be more things I add to it later. I haven't even looked at my list. I looked at about 3 things on my list, and I pulled them all up in Nexus Mods, right? And then I just kind of went, oh, click on them and open them up and go, what do they need in order to run first? So what has to be there before I can add those in? Well, if this needs to go first, then I better put this in first. Oh, what does this need? This needs this, and this first. So you start kind of ordering things in that way. You open up a mod, you're like, I want to install this. Oh, it needs another mod first. So I go look at that mod, and I'm like, I'll install that mod so I can install the other mod. But first, what does this mod need? Oh, it also needs a couple of things I don't have yet. So those have to go in first. It's kind of the way you do the modding. I mean, maybe if there's another way and a better way, tell me about it. I don't know. So after our super essential fixes, I got into plugins. So this is DLL plugins that use address library or SKSE plugins. So these are all simple scripted plugins. So you get Power of 3's tweaks, Power of 3's Papyrus extender, your Sky UI AIO survival, camera persistence fixes, Console++ and Console Util extended. We very much need those for other things to run. More informative console, just making your console easier to use. Papyrus Util SE modders scripting utility functions. Papyrus utility, very important as well. Your barter limit fix. Your base object swapper, which goes along with your anim object swapper that I talked about earlier, briefly. Moons and stars, Sky Overhaul SKSE. It actually makes the moons and stars in the night sky move in patterns that actually make sense for Tamriel rather than what Bethesda did, because let's be honest, Bethesda doesn't know what they're doing. They really don't. We got user take, reader take. So those are just things that'll pop up before you read something or take something. Are you sure you want to do this? You could just do this instead. Magic sneak attacks, so it allows you to be sneaking and use magic. Enhanced invisibility fixes the invisibility issues. Oxygen meter for where you're underwater. Or I guess if you have a mod where you go to space, maybe? I don't know. Keyword item distributor is just a distributor of other things. Classic paralysis improves paralysis. Same with enhanced reanimation. Essential favorites means you can make your favorites essential. Favorite your miscellaneous items. Yes, please. Simple offense suppression means you won't accidentally hurt your companions or followers. Spell perk item distributor. Again, it distributes certain things to other NPCs and whatnots in the game. Name those ash piles, so when somebody falls into ash, you can actually see who it was afterwards. It doesn't just say ash. And strange runes, which will, just make some fancy little whoosh kind of things happen when you're doing magic. So that's kind of all the plugins section I have going right now. That'll be much bigger later, I'm sure. I threw photo mode into its own spot, and it had several things I needed before, which I already have gone through. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to install photo mode. And then I just threw swappers, replacers, objects. So dynamics things, alternative base object swapper, which allows you to go to things like wood piles and stuff and actually collect wood out of them by clicking on them. And sharpen other swords, and nim object swapper, which means, in Bethesda game fashion, they developed it so when you went to sharpen a sword, there's only one model of weapon you're sharpening. This allows you to sharpen other weapon models while you're there. So it looks better. So these are the things I did, people. This took me about 4 hours, and I consider this time well spent. I was quite happy with how it went. The first hour to hour and a quarter was a little bit of frustration, but once I got past that, just keep at it, keep learning, keep reading, keep figuring things out. And you too can do what I do, because I'm not a bright person, but I figured this out. At the same time, be aware I've been doing this for 11 years now. So I want to say I started in 2014. I was really proud when I put 30 mods together into a mod list. and it looked and played like crap, and it broke instantly. I've come a long way since then. I am still a long ways from being anywhere near the best of the modders. Okay, so I haven't even made a mod yet, although that is coming. But I do love messing around with Modlist and that kind of thing. So hopefully next weekend I will be able to come back and show you another one of these things about creating mod lists for Skyrim. As I kind of show you my journey, and you get to see, you get to see what kind of things I struggled with to get my own second copy of Skyrim in a different spot that I could then use with MO2 as its own separate game, so I could have two Skyrim mod lists running at the same time, because I will run my other one until it's pretty much dead. I still have some work to do on a couple of series there, and it gives me something to do while I'm busy creating my next one. Just so you know as well, had some issues, a lot of issues with the Fallout 4 mod list that I wanted to install for Webajak. Could not get it to install. I've had issues with installing mod lists before for Skyrim. I've never had the problems I had with this one, though. And in the end, I moved on from it. But I can tell you right now, I'm not giving up on modding Fallout 4. It has taken a back burner to Skyrim, yes, but I am also doing this at the same time. So at the same time as I'm working on Skyrim modding, I'm also beginning the process of creating a Fallout 4 mod list from scratch. And that is going to be another kind of issue for me, because I've got not very much time in Fallout 4. Let me show you. Where's Fallout 4? Right here. I've got 2.6 hours of playtime, and I have unlocked 2 out of 84 achievements, 2%. So my knowledge of Fallout 4 is very small. So anybody wants to point me to somewhere where I can find, for the next gen, new gen Fallout 4 stuff, where the best mods for it are, what the bug fixes I absolutely need are, and what some of the other best stuff are. I mean, I know about things like Sim Settlements 2 and stuff like that. I'm aware that there's some really great mods out there. I've looked at some vaults that get added in by mods that I think are really cool. There's a lot about that game I don't know. So it's going to be, again, very interesting. I will keep you up to date on that as well. But that's going to go at a slower pace than Skyrim is right now. And it won't be till after this Skyrim mod list gets finished, perfected, and it's started to work that I will really dive back into the Fallout 4. But in the meantime, I still am working on it. I'm in the initial stages. So from Parting Mist, a very busy Dread is who I am. Right, Trent? Trent's over there hanging out in the stereo. I will see you all later. And don't forget, modding Skyrim can be overwhelming, but damn is it rewarding when you get things to work. And it's not easy. Don't expect to be able to do it first, second, third, fourth, or fifth time. If you do, great. But the next thing you do, you may not get the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth time. I'm telling you, it is a process to learn this. And you're going to be spending a lot of time Googling things, reading Steam forums, reading Reddits. You're going to be doing a lot of times just looking at mods and kind of opening them up on Nexus Mods and reading all the info, including all the comments and all the bug stuff that are bug reports and everything else on these mods, to get an idea of what they actually are and how they work and what they go together with and whether or not you want them or not. One of the best things you can do is go onto Webajak, get yourself a simple, if you want to start out with, simple mod list for Skyrim, download it, and while you're playing it and playing around with it, go in and take a look at the mods in the mod list. Like, click on them and direct back to Nexus and start reading all those different mods and understand what the mods that you're using in that mod list are doing, because that might inform you a lot as well. Do that with several mod lists. Take your time, take a month or two on each one. You'll learn a lot that way too. Believe me, people, I know you can do it. Gamer Poets told me I could do it. He was right. So can you. My name is Dread. I'm rooting for you, because we need more people in the modding community. And be kind to those out there in the modding community. God damn it, stop bugging the content creators, the mod creators, and acting like they owe you something. They do this for free. They don't owe you jack shit. Respect them or get the fuck out. My name is Dread. This is Party Mist. We're an arts channel. Now get some modding. Bye bye.